Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy, what day is it? Is this phone dead? Me and technology, we're not jiving. Good morning. Why wouldn't I check the phone beforehand? Anyways, it's a collective message, so I'm just gonna go with that. Collective message for the week. Happy Monday. We go live I try to go live every Monday around like 9:30, 10 o'clock to talk about what you can expect for the week and yeah, just some spiritual advice for the week, and hopefully you have a good week. Remember that anytime you're going throughout your week, you should be saying positive affirmations to yourself. Good things happen to me every day. And make sure you say it in threes. Good things happen to me every day. Good things happen to me every day. If you lead with gratitude and positivity and you feed that beast, then that's what you'll see. If you lead with anger and hate and like just let everything bother you, then anger and hate is going to be the beast that is fed. So don't do that. Do not do that. It seems like there's a lot of stomach issues going around over here in our area. I don't know about all over the world, but turmeric, been pounding the turmeric like crazy. It's always a good day. Good morning, Kyle. It is always a good day. It's a good day to have a good day. Hey, 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 hey. I think it's Monday too. Monday is like, a lot of people have a lot of hate towards the word Monday. Our Monday thing says you don't have to be good at something for it to be good for you. That's so cute. It makes me want to paint some rocks. It's actually been not that bad of a winter, so that's a blessing. Let's see, what cards do we feel like using this Monday morning? When you're hopping in, say hello. We definitely should get an affirmation card. For the week. I kind of organized my cards a little bit, but Troy's he ordered me an organizer for my cards. So that's gonna help 10 times better. But it is nice to have them the way I have them now though. These are my favorite. These are my favorite. Pull one of these. And I haven't used these ones in a little bit. Let's get an angel message. And a crystal card. Okay, I think that's good. I think that'll work. I think that will work. Good morning, Laura Lee. How are you? Troy let me sleep in till 9, so I am super thankful for that. I just was not feeling good. I felt like super hot, but like cold as well. Hopefully I'm not getting sick, but I definitely feel a little bit off. I feel a little bit off in the atmosphere. Maybe it's just energy, but we shall see. Oh, that's a good card to start off with this week. It says, so these are like my journal prompting cards, my affirmation cards. Hello, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. It's been a little bit. And I feel like my eyes are like super swollen too. And I haven't been crying. Normally that's why. I am safe to be my true, authentic self. And then it says, how can I understand myself better? Who I am and what do I want to do? So those are all great. So I'll try to put that on like a meme or something and put it out there. Good morning, Orlando. Look at that. We're getting some of our old peeps on here. I just posted, I think this on Sunday or the other day, I posted all the states that we've been to, and then I hung it up like right in front of me. So I'm super excited about that. I think like every time we go live, because Oregon's like the only one on that left side of the map. I don't know if that's, is that east? Never eat, isn't it east? The East Coast? Oregon's on the East Coast? I'm not sure. I'm not a geography person. There was a cute boy in geography in high school, so don't tell Troy. But I think that every time we do a crystal live, we'll hashtag Oregon and see if that does anything to the algorithm. And maybe I'll start getting, I just need one Oregon order to get that whole side done. And then what is, I think it's New Mexico that's between Arizona and Texas. And then we'll do that with, that's the West Coast. See? Shh. I'm very smart. I believe in myself. Anyways, I am safe to be my true, authentic self. Why are you worried about other people judging you? Other people should not make you stop doing or like progressing. I think a lot of people want to be business, like they want to start their own business, or they have this like really cool idea they want to run with, but a lot of the times they're like so worried about what other people will think. And I will tell you that strangers will support you way more than family and friends. You think that they will, but they don't. So it is a hard transition, but if there's something you're wanting to do, it is so fulfilling to finally fulfill that goal and let yourself just be who you want to be. So stop worrying about other people. Let me swipe just to make sure. Good morning. I don't know if I'm seeing all the comments either. I have this other phone over here, but it was plugged in, but I can't turn it on. My grip strength, like, I tried. Maybe it's dead. This phone case is like too hard. Hello, Kate. How are you? So take what resonates for you this week and leave the rest. Ooh. Ooh. We're going to be in our heart chakra this week. If you don't watch us on Saturdays, we've been reading the chakra healing book on Saturdays, so you can always replay that or go to my YouTube and watch it. But the heart chakra is really, really important to work with, and it's especially important when you work with forgiveness. So forgiveness, just because you've been putting off forgiving somebody or forgiving yourself, it can really lead to a lot of physical ailments that are coming up in your life, especially if you're having a lot of problems with asthma, shortness of breath, heart problems. It can manifest physically in your body. It can give overall fatigue, headaches, like, because you're pushing down and not allowing yourself to process emotions, it does and can cause you significant ailments in your physical body. So you do need to work on forgiveness and your heart chakra this week, or this month actually, because it's the love month. We will be live this Wednesday, but we won't be live next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we will be drawing for the rose quartz sphere. That's like, I think I have the sticky note over here. Maybe I don't, but it's the big bowling ball one, and each slot was 10. And we basically were good with that, but if you want to put in to get another slot, you can. And that way we can draw for it. Joyful, happy mood. That is good. It's nice to feel that balance. There's definitely an uplifting spiritual presence like around this last week. Hello, Brianna. I see you hopping on here. Okay, let's get to the root of what is going to go on this week. Let's get to the root. This always helps. These cards are my favorite. These three down here. Ancestors, health, and emotions is how I don't know how you guys do your decks, but mine usually have a specific, like I only draw from them for a specific reason. Anything else? Okay. I feel like this is related to this, but this is something different. Of course it is. Why not? Health. You cannot have all four of those unless they relate. They kind of relate. Fine. 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 You can have all four of those. Good morning if you're just hopping in. I can't see how many people are on here or comments very well, but it's okay because it's a collective message for your week this week. And it can resonate for like sometime during this month. And some stuff may not resonate at all, and that's okay. Just some spiritual advice. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, I love that for us. Okay. So the main spiritual message that we have going on for this week for a lot of people, and I almost feel like this is, I keep like getting the feeling that this isn't just for this week. This message is for this month. So we'll go with that. But there is something that we're resistant to clean up out of our energy because it's reversed, right? So something that we're resistant to clean up. Usually this tells me that there's like a person in our life that we're needing to cut out. There's a bad habit that we've been meaning to get around to stop doing. We've been procrastinating, whatever decision this is. And this is leading to significantly low energy. Like, low energy, depression, like a lot of blessings are being blocked from our energy. If you allow people who are of a lower vibration to be in your energy field, then the blessings that are of high energy frequency cannot come to you or your family because you are stuck in a low energy field. So once you cut this habit loose, this person loose, once you actually allow yourself to get out of whatever environment or negativity, you would know what I'm talking about. Once you allow yourself to get out of that negativity, that's when you rise from the ashes. That's when you start to regrow. That's when the new life begins. That's when the blessings will start coming back in. But if you're ignoring that, you're going to keep yourself in this orphaned, this negative, this depression, this nothing goes right for me. Everything's going wrong. I hate 2024. And remember what I was talking about? When you feed the beast of negativity, when you allow yourself to be in negativity, then you are just going to grow negativity. You have to feed positivity. And I know it's hard to let go of people, things, and habits that are bad for us because, I mean, a lot of the time, these people are like what we thought were good friends or family, or maybe it's a job that you're at, but you're making money, so you have to stay there. Like you've got to find a way to get yourself out of those negative environments. No job, no family member, no nothing is worth your blessings to be like stuck on the outside of your bubble, not allowed to come into your family. If that's relationship-wise, girl, if my biggest relationship advice always is take a step back, work on your own healing, allow him and tell him that's what you're doing. I'm working on me right now, and you should work on you right now. Because once you guys can take a step back and work on yourself and have your own self-love and self-care, if your relationship has a chance of coming back together, it is because you healed yourself and now you're able to come back more in a union. I don't like giving up on love relationships, because a lot of the times it has a lot to do with yourself and the love that you don't have for yourself. So work on the healing for yourself, and if you can't come back together and it's too toxic, then you do have to let stuff go. You do. It's sad, but it'll destroy you. Okay. This is, and then I don't know if you guys saw this one, but I was like, I said, this is something that needs to be on this. This doesn't relate to this. So this is, I don't know, should we pull, let's pull what this is. Let's pull something more for this. This is, a lot of the time, this is what I get when there's a lot of changes, like a quick change happens within this month. It like steers you in a different direction. Quick change, quick change, quick change. It feels like a scheduling change. It feels like something to do with work or something to do with kids and you having to leave work. It feels like a quick schedule change where you were thinking that you were going to go to work, or you were thinking that the kids were going to go to school. There's something to be said about like a quick schedule change happening this. But let's see if I can get anything else. Which card would be good? Which card? That's not going to give me any clues. Any clues, any clues. You cannot have all those cards. You cannot. You cannot. Yes, shedding is part of the renewal. I do agree with that too. There's some people that I've talked to, and it kind of seems like the reason they were meant to come together was because they had children. And then after that, their connection fizzled. And it was because that was their purpose, energy-wise, to be together, was for the kids or for something that they did, you know, for the world. Yeah, that didn't help. Something new. Something unexpected is kind of what I get. So just be on the lookout for that schedule change. Something's going to happen. It probably doesn't want me to get to the bottom of that. That's probably what that is. Okay. So we talked about cleaning up our energy this month. It looks like there is... Like, this all tells me that there's somebody in your energy that you're supposed to set boundaries with. You may have already set this boundary with this person, and it's a friend, a close friend, and maybe there's something that they keep overstepping, and you've already talked to them about it before, but it keeps happening. I don't necessarily feel this one as negative. I don't even think that they, like... I don't know, they don't perceive the world like you perceive the world. So it's a very hard thing to ask of them for this boundary. But they love you. So just have the conversation again and let them know it really bothers you. And then I see that being successful and you being able to get back to fun times with this friend. Just being like completely honest and being like, it really is bothering me again. I'm sorry to keep bringing it up. I know that you probably just forgot, but can we please not do that? I know, Orlando's in here. Isn't that crazy? crazy time. And don't forget to have fun, you guys. Don't forget to have fun. I did not. Oh, I did. And then it's so nice to see this card. So, there, the divine feminine is the ancestral energy. So if you're feeling low this month, I want you to call on whatever divine feminine you believe in. So Heavenly Mother, Mother Mary, Aphrodite, like, I don't know, whatever divine feminine that you really, really, really connect to. They all relate to each other. So whichever one that you connect to, I want you to go and like set her up a little candle and do some more prayer work with the divine feminine if you have any issues this week. I can't read all of that, but if it's tearing you apart, girl, sometimes you have to choose you. Actually, most of the time you need to choose you. So you're the person that's going to have your best interests at heart. And if it's not working, it's not working. Kalima. That's a good one. So yes, work with the divine feminine. I like Aphrodite. I like Heavenly Mother. My musical talents. It's been refreshing. Are you making music? Do you do guitar? I see a guitar and I see drums. Do you do music, Orlando? I love that. I love that. I love divine music. So, since music came up as well, listen to music because you will receive divine messages through music. A lot of the times, like, if you pray about something, I'm a drummer. I want to buy the kids those, I don't know if you guys have seen, I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about, but the tall ones that are kind of brown, but they like kind of go hourglassy. I want to buy them those kind because I think that Connor would love that. He likes the drumming. I should have known you were a drummer. I should have known. I was like, ooh, I see drums. Because I've been talking about drums like crazy. I read your name and felt strongly. It literally says in that message up there, girl, that I'm not drawn to your energy. Don't like, oh, you stupid people. I knew. That's why I gagged when I saw your name pop on here. Is because I literally knew you were a scammer. Like, people are so disgusting. Okay, I think I got him. I think I got him. That's so sad that that's their life. Yes, that's the name. I was looking them up. Connor is so connected to all, because of his autism, he's so connected to all, like, one week he'll be listening to it, and he's very smart, like, his technology-wise. One week he's listening to Russian. Like, he turns all of his stuff to Russian language, and then the next week it's Chinese, and the next week it's Hispanic, and, like, he loves languages and stuff, and he doesn't speak, but sometimes I wonder if he speaks in different languages. But I see him with that drum, and so I'm like, I've got to order him one of those drums, maybe, and I'll put it in his like birthday in April, something like that. So that is, oh, let's get one of these. I just got really dizzy. Yeah, that kid is crazy cool. Oh, I love that. Okay, these ones like sat right on my heart chakra, and we were talking about how this month is all about working with your heart chakra, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. This says synchronicities. So look for the synchronicities. We've been seeing lots of numbers, lots of spiritual signs. Thank you, angels. I trust you. Well-timed guidance and signs. And I love the yin yang, the balance, masculine, feminine. I And then it says, Archangel Hanel. Thank you, Hanel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So it's all about emotions and feelings and forgiveness this month, which makes sense because it's like the Valentine's Day month. Hello, hello. I am seeing your comments. I am seeing your comments. You said the other, he's picking up on it. Yeah. And I saw your little meme. Honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. Don't block your feelings, Troy. You're supposed to feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. Honor your feelings. Sit in your feelings. Purge your feelings. Vent with feelings. Like forgiveness and strength. What crystal? What crystal? So I pulled bronzite. I am confident, strong, and protected. I don't even have, I think I have 1 or 2 items in this with bronzite. It's really good for fire signs and clearing all the chakras. That's a very strong, that's like a yellow-brown crystal. So if you missed it, there may be some sort of scheduling change that comes up this week, and you're not going to be expecting it. I feel like you're in the car when this happens. Like, so this may be for a specific individual, like you're in the car headed to work or something, and so you get a call or something and you have to go in a different direction. So just know that there's something about that. If you have been really down, depressed, in negative emotions, it's because Spirit is not allowing blessings to come in because you're around negative people, bad habits. There's stuff you're procrastinating and not letting go of, and you need to let go of those things so that you're not feeding the negativity, so that the blessings can come in, so that you can be reborn, so you can regrow, so you can build that beautiful life that you've been wanting. You're supposed to connect with the divine feminine this month. I feel like you should, maybe I've been thinking about the altar in my bedroom, and I want to make like a love altar. So maybe I'll have it centered around Divine Mother and show you guys what that looks like. And then there is a friend that has crossed a boundary, but it's not like super bad. You just kind of need to reiterate the boundaries and say that it bothers you. Don't keep it bottled up and bottled in, because then you're going to start resenting that person. And I really feel like you guys can start having more fun again if you just have the conversation again. So just have the conversation again. It's not that big deal. Honor your feelings, work with forgiveness, and look for the synchronicities and use bronzite. Forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new year. So that is that. And I am done. I think I was going to look at, I should be able to come on here on Friday to do freebie readings. So if you follow the page, I usually do freebie readings on Friday. I haven't been able to the last 2 Fridays because we've been getting like oil changes and like just trying to get everything done that comes with the beginning of the new year. So, and then I was going to read from this. We're on exercise 3. It's taken me a while to pick this back up, but I guess let's see what exercise 3 for healing through your words is. An exercise I do often, especially, I like this book, but at the same time, you need to like understand yourself, because after the first and the second exercise, it doesn't leave you on a positive note. It just leaves you in those like horrible emotions. So I had to like do something, like I had to add like to the poem one, I think in exercise 1, I had to add what I would tell myself now or something, so that I didn't leave myself like feeling unsupported and stuff. So if you're doing this book, like make sure that you don't end on negative notes. So we'll see what the next exercise is, but I bet it doesn't give you like a positive ending, because it doesn't seem like it's done it the last 2 times, and it's made me really sad. Okay, exercise 3. But I am working through those emotions, so, right, it should be working. An exercise I do often, especially when I feel writer's block, is letter writing. By learning into something Leaning into something as personal and familiar as writing a letter, this exercise takes the pressure off of having to figure out what I'm going to write about on a day I feel stuck. Instead, my creative attention is redirected towards what I already know when I'm comforting. I also write to specific emotions I've been experiencing. For example, I've written many letters to fear. Ooh, have you ever wrote a letter to fear? I know I tell people fear is a liar, fear is a liar, fear is a liar, but I've never told anybody to write a letter to fear. I don't live fear-based, but it can be easy to get caught up in fear, especially if you have significant anxiety. Doing so has helped me have a conversation and confront fear rather than trying to bury it. I usually spend anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes writing these letters. Below is a list of 7 letter writing prompts for this exercise. Select one and write your letter to this in the space provided. Although there's only space to complete one of the letters in your journal, feel free to complete the others in your personal journal as a letter at a later time. I also love to repeat prompts I've used in the past. It helps to look back and compare results to see what's changed or stayed the same. So let's see who we're writing a letter to. These are the examples. And I am kind of somebody who's OCD too. I would want to write all the letters. But because after each exercise I've done so far, it's been very emotional. I need to tell myself that it's okay to only pick one, and at a later time I can come back and pick another one if I feel so inclined. Okay? I'm prepping myself for that because I'm probably going to want to write all of these. Okay, here's the first one. Write a letter to the person whose touch hurt you. Write a letter to your father from the perspective of your 7-year-old self. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Knife in the heart. Write a letter to your 9-year-old self from the perspective of your 80-year-old self. Whoa. So not only are you channeling your inner child, but you're channeling your older, like your higher self. That's crazy. Write a letter to a traumatic memory or moment. I probably won't do that one. Write a letter to self-doubt. Write a letter to the parts of you that are still hurting. Write a letter to your mom when she was pregnant with you from the perspective of your unborn self. Hell no. Hell no. Unborn self, so you don't even know how. No. You don't even know all the things she's gonna, like, I obviously chose her for a reason, but no. No. I kind of like the idea of writing a letter to your 9-year-old. That's the one that piques my most interest. Writing a letter to your 9-year-old self from the perspective of your 80-year-old self. Or I like the letter of writing the letter to your father from the perspective of your 7-year-old self. I'm going to pick one of those. I can post a screenshot of this on the VIP page as well if you guys want. But that is the next exercise, and I keep seeing this book in my third eye so that I know that it's time for me to move on to the next exercise. So I hope that you guys have a beautiful and blessed week. Remember to be kind to yourself and to lead with positivity, feed positivity and gratitude. If you can't find your way out of the negativity, start with one thing at a time, one breath at a time. Turn on the music, not the depressing music. Put that away, turn on something that's happy and annoyingly happy, and eventually it'll make you start feeling better, and start saying positive, kind things to yourself. I don't know how many times I'll say this, but probably my whole entire life. If you wouldn't speak those words to somebody else, to your child, to your mother, to your best friend, then you should stop speaking so poorly to yourself. I love you guys, and I will see you on Wednesday for the live at 4 Mountain Standard Time, and Friday for Freebie Friday readings, and Saturday for the book club. Love you guys. Bye.